No, being in the courtroom is not as exciting and dramatic as television makes it look. A lot of television is dramatized courtroom hearings. Now, I am never practiced in America, so I don't know if they actually do all that performative stuff that you see on a TV there. Although I've seen videos where they answer the question and they were like, no, it is not like the TV shows at all. But in Trinidad and Tobago, we are not going to be getting all passionate like that. We're not going to be shouting across the courtroom. We are not going to be formulating these stories about how we want the jury to look at things the way you see it done on the television. A lot of people have asked me this in the, since law school coming up, is it like the television shows? And no, it is not. That does not mean it's boring. It is not boring at all. You are always, there's always an element of excitement when you go into a court, when you are, as the lawyer, you are about to address the court and even the clients because they are nervous about their matter being heard. But that doesn't mean there haven't been moments where things got a little dramatic or a little exciting. I can remember two things coming to mind now, two stories I'll share with you that I've experienced. So, in my early days, I went to court. Now, currently 2025, since COVID, everything has been done virtually for the most part, unless it is requested to be done in person by either the attorney or the judge. So hearings and trials are now done virtually. So it is not, you're not going to have much instances to see other attorneys and other hearings being done. But when it was pre-COVID, and everything was in person. So as the attorneys, you go into the court, you sit and you wait for your matter to be heard. And so you are in the courtroom with other attorneys who are sitting at the bar and they are addressing the court and on their matter. So you obviously are observing, especially as a young attorney, observing the way they speak and what they do and how they carry about themselves. Now, one time I was waiting for my matter to be called in San Fernando High Court, and it was another attorney, their hearing was being called and it was pertaining to a divorce matter. Now, this attorney, she came in, and I don't know if she was genuinely just passionate about the situation or if she was also under the misconception that you had to perform like that. But she started like raising her voice in the court and speaking about what the other side was doing and that they were communicating with her client and they were not supposed to be addressing her client without her. And she started getting so loud and passionate about it and performative about it that everybody in the courtroom started to look around like, what is going on? Because that's not how we conduct ourselves. We keep ourselves in a professional manner. Even the judge had a look on his face like, what are you doing? The judge actually stopped her at one point and told her to gather her composure before they continued because she was overdoing it. And even then, she looked like she was, to say the least, pissed off about it, right? And after her matter was adjourned, she stormed out of the courtroom. So everybody was looking around like, what was that? Because that is not the norm. I also remember another case where I had just wrapped up a trial in Port of Spain, Port of Spain High Court, right? Court of Justice. And we were like the last people in the courtroom. So when the clients left and the other side left, it was me and another colleague packing up our stuff. So we sitting at the bar and we just putting our stuff away. And then somebody's client walked in without their attorney, and it was their matter was supposed to be called next. And the judge was asking, well, where's your attorney? She said she hasn't been able to contact her attorney in months and she doesn't know if she's coming today. Well, lo and behold, before I could leave, the attorney walked in, and the judge, she did her introductions, and the judge asked her, why haven't you been present for the last few hearings on this matter? And she started going into, she's been busy and this, and he's like, yeah, but you haven't sent any correspondence explaining yourself to the court. You just haven't showed up. You haven't communicated with your client. So you have literally been MIA. And it got tense. Like you could tell the judge was really upset, and he started giving her a complete speech about her professional conduct or lack thereof. And yeah, she really got it. And I literally just packed up my stuff and just quietly left the courtroom because it was one, very tense, two, very dramatic, three, embarrassing for her. I felt second-hand embarrassment for her. I just took up my stuff, bowed to the judge, and left very quietly. So sometimes you're going to have interesting, exciting, maybe a little dramatic moments, but that's not the norm. That's not how we operate like the TV show lawyers. Um, so yeah, that's just to answer your question. I'm gonna wrap it up there.